Hello, my name's Jamie Yost, if you don't know who I am. This is going to be a how to play video of my song called Runaway. Thought given isolation, if anyone wants to dust off the guitar, hasn't played in a while, maybe you'll learn something, maybe not. I know a few people who wanted to learn this song, a few messages and stuff on Instagram, YouTube and whatnot, and thought I'd give it a go. This will probably be done in a few takes. So I'm bound to mess it up, but yeah, I'm gonna give it a whirl, and hopefully some people get something out of this. Yeah, so first off, this is in open tuning, which is DAD F AD, so it's D A D F A D. From your sixth down to your first, so that's D A D F A D, but it won't sound like this unless you have a capo on second, which I do. And yeah, this is a cool open tuning that I use for loads of songs. Really fun. Good thing to know about this tuning is your kind of chord shapes. If you've never really delved with open tunings before. So if the capo was off, things that I've learned is like there's a chord here, you can kind of work this out for yourself. It's not needed for the song, but this is like an E minor shape, like goes up to an F sharp kind of shape, and then that's a G, and then that's an A, and then a B minor, and then a C sharp or a C sharp minor, and then a D, and then back to open is a D, so it's like a D, open D tuning. And yeah, so I've written loads of songs in this tuning, and it's just sounds nice. I like it. Yeah, so I'll just get to it. Basically, this song's kind of all about a pick and go kind of technique. Just kind of this thing. I'll just play you a little bit of it. Just like. So what's going on there is like you pick a bass note and then you do like a strum, but you also slap your thumb, sometimes more subtle than other times depending on whether or not you want to accentuate it more. So yeah, it's like so the way just kind of, it's all about that really, going around, and it's all a big part of it as you get through. Without that, I mean, you can play it to strum. Do it like that if some simpler still sounds cool, but yeah, I'm gonna go through the chords with you, and then yeah, we'll get on to the intro. So the first chord is kind of like every chord I'll say it with the capo, why not? So it's like a C sharp minor chord, if you know your chords kind of thing. And open tunings are all a bit strange. So yeah, so all you want to do is really small, easy shape. First finger goes on the second fret on the A string. I'll call the strings out like they're in standard tuning, if that's easier for you. So yeah, first finger A string, and then your ring finger in the first, oh yeah, that's the second fret, if you notice. So first finger A string, second fret, and then ring finger G string, third fret. So that's your chord, and you play it from the fifth string down. You get the bass note in there too, so it still sounds kind of cool. So that's your first chord, and then your second chord is exactly the same, but you just take your first finger off, so just like that, and you hit the bass note on that one, or I do, you can do it. And then your third chord is go up to the fifth relative to the capo, and first finger on the sixth string, the E, and then your middle finger on the A, same fret, both in 5th fret, all in 5th fret actually, and then your ring finger on the G, so you have this. And that's kind of like an A chord, and the second chord is kind of like a B. Yeah. Actually, I don't know what the second chord is, but I play it. It's just a weird one. But yeah, so they're your first 3 chords, and then there's another chord which is exactly the same shape as we just learned for that one. As you can see there, all in the same fret. You just slide it up to, and that's your kind of B shape. And then the chorus kind of chords are, this is where it becomes more, well, kind of a full chord. So this B minor shape that we first learned, which is just those 2 fingers, sorry, C sharp minor, you can also play here, just sort of similar sound, but thicker with an extra bass note. But yeah, so this is just on the 11th fret, put your middle finger on the 6th, and then on the 10th fret, put your first finger on the G, something like that kind of, and then you roll back to your B shape that we learned, which is the 3 fingers all in the same fret, in the 9th fret, and then we slide that exact same shape all the way up to 14th, which is an E, and then open. I might have said D earlier, that's without the capo. Yeah, so yeah, that's your E, and open, it's the same shape. And then it comes back to the chord we learnt earlier, which is the A there. So it's pretty much all the chords. I hope they're broken down enough for you. And yeah, for some reason in the chorus, this shape, so I do with the 2 fingers, which is similar to this one. When I go back to these shapes, I only do it with 2 fingers rather than all 3 in the chord on all of them. Not sure why, just played it like that and it's always stuck. So you can play it 3 in each shape, which is a more full sounding chord. You can play it with 2. But yeah, so and there's some extra bits you can do with harmonics and stuff, which I'll go through. But yeah, so the intro. When it comes to like individual strings, it's probably better just to hear what I'm doing. I'll probably get it wrong which ones I'm playing, but I try and be as on it as I can. I kind of switch it up here and there. I just try and like get the beat with the pick and go. So like, and those like in between strings, they can change depending on whatever you want to play really. I mean, it's kind of, yeah, do it how you feel. So you play your first chord, and you want to hit the 5th string, your bass note, and then you want to strum with a tap. So what you do is you hit and you strum as well as tapping your thumb, so it's like a, and if you can't do that, you can just go, which I sometimes do just by accident or whatever. And yeah, so you want to go, and then it's so it's like a bass note, strum, and then it's like a string, and then a tap, and then a string. So doing is like a bass note, a strum and a hit, and then I am doing the B string, and then a hit again, and then the high E, so we're up there, A string. So, and then yeah, it's kind of like a hit and not a pluck really. And then one more string on the higher end, probably the B or the E. So I kind of just vary it up. So. Same one twice. I try to make it so that the first one ends on a high string and the second one ends on a different one, so it's not, so it'd be more like, you know. And once you got that little pattern, the rest of the song becomes quite easy. It's just the riffs, so that's integral throughout, all the way. It's that kind of thing going that keeps the beat. And once you got that, the chords are quite simple. You could probably play it quite easy, or you could just drum it, and you get there even easier. So yeah, once you've got that, it's the first riff, which is like a little hammer-on thing. I'll just play it for you. So what I'm doing there is, so starting with the pick and go, and then it's, so it's like half the pick and go, it's just that bit, and then it goes down to the first fret. First fret G string, and what you're going to do is like a little hammer-on roll to the third fret G string, and you're going to be plucking the bass note of the A string and the G together. And you can kind of just work that out by ear, hopefully. So yeah, so and then there's a B string at the end of it. So it'd be the B, not the B, sorry, the A strum, the tap, and then the G string. Tap again, and then G again, so, and then you hammer on, so yeah, and then at the end, so a G, tap, and then a B. Or you could do the high E if you want. You know, whatever you want at the end. Just jazz it up, do it how you want. So that's that bit. That's the first part of the intro riff. Yeah, and then it goes. So bass note is the 6th string, bass note, 6th string, and the G. But on the strum tap, you kind of ring out the G, and then you do a roll with 3 strings, the 6th, the 4th, and the 3rd, and you just roll up from the third fret G string. So yeah, this finger comes off at the second chord, and you adjust that. So the first chord, both fingers in, the first chord we learnt, the roll, and then just this finger, the 6th on the low E, and then the G, and then we do the roll with the three strings, and you just roll up, slide up 2 on that G string. So a little tab, and then you roll up again 4. So yeah. So on that last one, you do like a, and then you pluck. At least I think that's what I do. Yeah, so it's like a slide with the 3 fingers again, the roll again, and then you pluck the B after, and then it's another tap. Like always throughout. Hopefully you can just see that happening and pick it up. And then we go to our 3rd chord, which is like the A. This is the one with the 3 frets on the 5th. So not 3 frets, 3 fingers on the 5th fret, and you want to put your 1st finger on low E, 2nd finger on the A, and then ring finger on the G, and then this ends with a roll on this too. So you want to, from the bass string down, just roll all 3 strings like that. So yeah, so something like that. So if you can hear it by now. So that integral part always going through with the slaps. I'll probably play it slightly different every time. Yeah, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about the actual strings I'm plucking. You can kind of pluck the ones you want, but that's so as long as you get like a feel for the rhythm and the main riff parts, I mean, it's good enough. So up to there. Then it starts again. Exact same. Except this time there's a harmonic at the end. And it's directly under the A chord we played. So you just want to use your pinky and you kind of just, if you've never really done harmonics before, put it over the fret, metal fret part, and you just want to pluck it like not too hard. Don't want to press very hard. You just want to be quite gentle on it, and just play around with that and just lift off. But if you do it like that, you do it wrong, and I do that all the time, so it's fine. But yeah, you just want to kind of lightly roll off. Sometimes it's quite easy to get wrong, but just play around with it, you work it out, probably do it better than me. Yeah, so the second time round, riff again. And if you give it a little wiggle, give it a ring, it brings it out a bit more, like that. You look really funny on stage when you do that. And yeah, so, and then it just goes into the verse. So that's probably the hardest part of the song out of the way. If you're still with us, still want to learn. The verse is really simple now. It's pretty much what we just learned, but really simplified. So you take the exact same 3 chords. So I'll play you where we are at first. Back in, in, just keeping that rhythm, and then that's the verse coming in now. And all it is the pick and go with those 3 chords, your C sharp minor shape, your whatever that is, and then I kind of call that a B, but I don't think it is, but that doesn't matter, just play it. And then you've got the A with the 3 fingers in the same fret. Yeah, so, and then it just simply goes finger off, the 2nd chord, then your 3rd chord. The verse, so I'm sure you'll find that easier than the intro. And then yeah, there's only one other part of the verse where it leads into the chorus, where everything slides up one from the A up to a B. So it goes like this: I don't wanna be alone, wanna take a ride with you. And then the slide happens here. So what you do is you do the same again with a roll like we did earlier. 3 fingers, just roll them up to that B, back into the pick and go. So yeah, and then into the chorus. And then your 1st chord of the chorus, which is this B minor shape, same one pretty much from the first, but in a different place. A bit of a thicker bass note, and I just used the 2 fingers for this one. And so it goes from the B minor shape, sorry, C sharp minor shape, keep saying that, not relative to the capo, C sharp minor shape, back to the B, which we learned at the start. So the C sharp minor shape is 11th fret with your middle finger on the 6th, and the 10th fret with your 1st finger on the G, and then it slides back to the B, which we've already learned. You just take out that finger, or you can play it with if you want. If that's easier, it's probably a better way to learn it. It sounds thicker for the chorus, might be nice. And then you slide up to this E shape, which is 14th fret. I do it with the 2 fingers, you can do it with 3, which we learned at the start. And then back to the 3rd chord of the verse, which is the A. So yeah, we do that roll up. And that's the kind of how it goes with the pick and go. And if you want to make it slightly more complicated, you can add harmonics in. So what you do is you hit the B, and instead of going to that high E string or whatever string you want to pluck at the bottom there, you do a harmonic. So you go, and you do it on all of them. So I'll show you how it sounds first. Like that. So yeah, first one, do that C sharp shape. Remember your pinky, you go to the 14th fret, and you just ever so lightly touch it with your pinky, and then you do like a little roll with your the B and the A. I always not the B and the A, the B and the E high strings, 1st and 2nd. I always use for these harmonics, and you could go up higher if you wanted. You know, but those ones just ring out real nice. So you just want to flick it off, and you can get a bit of string in there. You know, you don't have to be full harmonics all the time, but it still sounds alright. I miss it all the time, like I said. And so yeah, you want to do a C sharp, a little roll. You can kind of do it with 1 finger if you find that easier. Probably better to do it with 2 though, if you can. And then you go back to your B shape, and it straight under the B shape, the same fret, just you probably be able to find that yourself. And then easy enough with the E, straight under again, under the chord, the one we played at the start. And then when you go to the A, straight under again. Very convenient. So yeah. Yeah, I play it a little more like, to do the roll first. Weird breaking it down, doing it slow. I just play it really strange. So that is the chorus, and straight after the chorus there's a little riff. I'll show you that first. So little loose, but yeah, so what we're going to do is you want to go back to your C sharp minor shape after the chorus. So you finish on this A, and after you got a little run. So what I do is I put 2 fingers now and have these floating. I'll probably play it different every time again, but this is probably the best way to do it. Make the little rock sign. So you want to put so we're at the 13th fret, no we're not, we're at the 11th fret, and you want to have your middle finger on the 6th string, and the ring finger on the A string, the 5th string. Yeah, so you make that shape, if you can see, just those top 2. So yeah, so it goes from here. A little loose tuning wise, and then yeah, what you want to do is you want to take your first finger, put it on the 10th fret of the G, and then what you want to do is you want to do like a little roll with this hand, and then you want to do your 6th, your D, and your G, so your E, D and G. And you want to roll and hammer on, kind of similar to the start, and you want to roll up from the 10th to the 12th, and then you want to slide up again, and you've only done the one roll with this hand. Ooh. So you go up to from the 12th to the 14th, and then back to the 12th, and then back to the 10th. But you plug that one, and you're back on the 10th. Because you're about to slide back further, and you slide back 4, back to the 5th. So, which is actually the 7th. Sorry, I'm being all over the shop. I'm sure you can see where I am. You can hear it. I'm saying some things relative to the Capo and some things not, but I'm sure you can work it out with your ears. Yeah, so, and then off. So you only actually pluck twice with this hand. You do the roll, and then you pluck when you get back to the 10th. And then, yeah, so 10th, 7th, and then open. So it sounds like this. And then we do a hammer on to your B shape, but just for the top 2. Probably that shape again. So to hammer it on. So first one, you just hammer onto that B shape, and strum again. And now we go from the 7th with your first finger, and then 7th, and get ready to hit the 10th. Do the same sort of roll, 7th to 10th, and then up to 12th, back to the 10th, and then you hit again with the roll again on that 7th again, and it goes back to the 5th, and open, I think. That's it, yeah. And then now we do hammer on again, but it's to the chord before, which is 5th fret, and then back into a little so the whole thing, hopefully you can rewind that and you've got that. It should sound like this. And then at the end, if you want to add a little touch, you can do the harmonics. We can do it better than that. And the second time around, does it all again, kind of. So the only bit different is the first one. So that looks exactly the same. Then you go bass note, and then you go 17th, 17th to 14th. That's the only difference. So, and then it's back to the same. That is the next section. That's the the riff after the chorus, and then you're back into the verse. So we do a whole nother verse, back up to a chorus again, and then that riff section happens all over again. So it basically just repeats itself after the intro. So it just goes intro, verse, chorus, riff, verse, chorus, riff. The second time you do the riff, there is a slight variation. You can do a bunch of variations of these riffs. You can do like crazy stuff like that. Probably too much, but yeah, if you have any other ideas of ways you can do them, yeah, come up with them, send them in if you're getting along with the song. Yeah, and so the second time round on the riff, this one. So on this very, very last part of it, this part is like a hammer off there if you want. Just changes it up a little bit for the second time you're doing it. So on that very last bit, all you do is you go from same again from 7th to 10th to 12th, back to 10th, back to 7th. And then you just go from the 5th, from the 7th, and that's it, yeah. And you're about to go into the outro, which is simply just, this is now strummed. Start strumming on that final chord, so I'll just play this part for you. you're kind of doing the intro again, but when you do it this time, you're strumming it, you're doing the little, you're doing like a, I leave that to kind of work out on your own, just hear it by ear of how you want to strum it. You might find a better way than I do it. But yeah, so you start strumming on the A, just after the riff, so just finish that riff. It's not the riff. Where is he? And you go into the first shape that we learned, and then the little hammer. Second shape, and then with the slides, back to that chord, the A, back to the first shape. Down, back to a bit of picking, and then you do a roll because you're about to go back into the final chorus. And this one's really simple. So yeah, we finish on. I quiet it down, and then just chorus, just chords with a break, nothing in between, just pause. Ends on the chorus, last chord. That's it, it's the whole song done. Hope that helps if you wanted to learn this. I'm sure you hadn't planned on it, most of you. Something fun to do whilst in isolation. Hopefully you learn something if you give it a go. Even just messing around and open tunings can be super fun, and hopefully that makes this whole deal a little easier for you. And yeah, if you do learn it, please do send a cover. Have a listen to the song first. There's versions on Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff. And yeah, hopefully I wasn't too quick for you. Any questions, just leave a comment or whatever. I'll get back to you. I think I said most of that right. Some of it could have been a bit wrong. But yeah, no, thank you. That's it. Cheers.